My name is Shannon Grant. I'm a faculty member here at the Mount and one of the co-founders of the Two-Eyed Seeing Camp, now the Two-Eyed Seeing program, which has been going on for 6 years here at the Mount. And so it is our honor and privilege to be able to host this event tonight here at the Mount. So it is sponsored by MK and the Two-Eyed Seeing program, as well as the Mount, Formac as well. So I introduced myself, but I'd like you to, I said a couple things.
All right. I'm Ann Sillaboy. I'm from Escazone, and I'm here with Shannon. We've been working on the Edo Optimum camp for 20 years now. So we've been partners on lots of other projects. So it's good to see everybody on a Friday night. Very impressed.
So here we are. So what are we celebrating again? The book, Mi'kmaq Moon. Right now in English, this period is called Rivers Freezing Over Time, and your language is beautiful, so I'm going to ask you to say it in Mi'kmaq.
Keptigewigosk.
Yeah. And so, it is 20 degrees right now, so David was joking earlier that it's a bit weird that we're saying that, but it also highlights what Elder Albert was saying earlier is important, is we really have to re-examine our connection to the environment, and really speak up and get engaged and involved and learn as much as we can, because there's things happening that are quite evident. So Maui-Omi is a word that people often hear, and what it means is a gathering or a celebration, and people use it to when they're speaking about powwows, what people know as powwows in other parts of Canada, but right now we're a gathering too. We're a little Maui-Omi, and so we're so glad to be here together. So what we're really trying to highlight today is other ways of knowing. As a scientist, my background is in biology and nutritional science. I'm a dietitian, but we're here today to really shine some light on a book that just is unbelievably beautiful. We, again, have been following these authors and artists for a very long time. And it's the end of our 3-year programming where we get to pick a community event to close out this year. And so we reached out to David and Kathy, and then we eventually got to Loretta. And we said, we want to create a celebration of the work you've done. We want to acknowledge the greatness of this piece. We're hoping that people will use it in various places within and beyond the Mount. And so we're really glad for you guys to be here to celebrate with us. And especially Elder Albert, who's still here. He's in the interweb or interweb with us here today.
This is Holly's favorite
It's a
one.
short one.
Yeah.
No. Well, you don't want, always leave them wanting more. I have a special reason for this one. So, please.
All right. So this is Holly's favorite story. This is Chief Moon.
Is it her? She has 2 favorite stories?
Oh, did I already say it was her? I lie. They're all her favorites. You know what? This one is the first one we experienced together. So when I was teaching Holly the moons, we started here, and we went on a year-long journey together. And I would teach her each moon as it was happening, and so that's where the stories come from, our year-long journey together. So this one was the first one she learned about. So this was Chief Moon. Just before the school holidays in December, Holly complained. Picture that. I'm looking at her mother. Picture that. Auntie, it's so cold and so dark this time of year. But did you see the full moon last night? It was high and bright. Yes, Holly. When the moon is full, and it always does the opposite of the sun. In the winter, the sun is low in the sky. The days are short and the nights are long. But this full moon is the highest in the whole year, and it spends more time in the sky than than any other. It's interpretive reading. Break into dance soon, or okay? Oh gosh,
12 dances.
12 dances. Okay. Um. Yeah, where was I? And the whole year, and spends more time in the sky than any other full moon. Sometimes we call this moon the chief moon, the great moon. Ah, so this chief moon must be around the time of winter solstice on December 21st, asked Holly. Yes, exactly. The nights are very, very long, but the full moon rises high in the sky and lights the ground. Mi'kmaq used to hunt moose in winter by night. The deep snow slowed down the moose, and the Mi'kmaq would chase them on snowshoes with dogs. After the hunt, they would pull the moose back to their wigwam using toboggans. The Mi'kmaq respect the moose and all living things. In traditional culture, they took only what they needed, and they used all parts of the moose, including the hide, the meat, the fat, and the bones. Nothing was wasted. Even the skin and fur from the legs were removed in one piece and made into moccasins. Nowadays, in order to be safe, no one hunts at night, and moose can only be hunted in special areas in Nova Scotia.
Thank you. I wanted that one to be read because it's an example of how you can use astronomy to interpret the story. It bugged me. I was trying to figure out all the different moon names. Almost all of them are connected with some earthly activity. Birds shedding feathers, or moose mating, berry picking. But the chief moon had no earthly connection, and it bothered me, and it took me a long time to figure it out until I figured out that that moon, the chief moon, is the one that's the highest of all the full moons. It's the one that's highest in the sky and longest in the sky during the night. And it happens at the darkest time of the year, because the full moon always does the opposite of what the sun is doing. And I had that aha moment. I said to Cathy, I said, if you were going to pick one of the moons to be, of all of them, to be the chief moon, that is the one you'd pick. Okay? So that was my aha moment. And it's another example of two-eyed seeing at work. Okay?
Any other questions?
Yeah.
It's not a question, but rather announcement that finally our voices are resonating to the young people. We now have a young fella here in Eskatona. He's approximately 18 years old. He's now teaching his peers how to speak and write in Mi'kmaq. His name is Donovan Johnson. You know, if ever there was such thing as a legacy, I believe that's something that, you know, one as a grandparent, one could be very proud of that, because most of my grandchildren and great-grandchildren are all fluent in audio and in text. And I don't know how many people could acknowledge this, but even in our culture, there's such a thing as a generation gap, in which the young people have so much respect for the elders. They're kind of reluctant to consult them because they feel they might bother them. But if we can focus on the young people to be teaching their peers, that's one way that we can overcome that challenge we have right now. Because unless the young person is well knows about this elder, they're going to be very much reluctant of consulting with him, with him or her, because they feel they don't want to they don't want to impose themselves on it. So, but if we can begin to teach our young people, and they can teach their own peers, that's one way to overcome that problem we have.
I could listen to you forever. I'm fangirling. Just love listening. I think we're done. Did you have any closing remarks, Elder Albert?
Only the fact that I think my heart is singing how happy I am of hearing and seeing this work that's been done, which is really very hopeful now that the elders' voices are resonating, and hope this is just a beginning of something great to come. And with that, I'd like to extend my appreciation to the people that have taken it upon themselves of writing this book about our grandmother, the moon. Thank you.